Shalom. Call Halimla Yahweh Bashem Al Shah Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Alright? To the brothers that's pushing this truth. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Shalom. And before I start, man, I be seeing a lot of dudes that know they're Israelites and women that know they're Israelites coming against brothers, the head elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Tahar, Gabar, Aramlab, alright, Matazak, alright? And these men, all right, are the reasons, all right, in the flesh that we know the names Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. Of course, it comes from the Holy Spirit, but that the Holy Spirit was on them brothers first, man. All right, they got the truth before we got the truth. All right, and I see brothers, you know, well, I wouldn't even call them brothers, but just dudes that know they're Israelites and women that know they're Israelites, and a woman not even supposed to be um saying anything, man. All right, supposed to be quiet for the most part. All right, she got a dream, go to her man. All right, seek out something, but you don't just out in the open just do stuff on willy nilly, man. For women, but it's a lack of respect, man. It's a lack of respect even in people that know they're Israelites. All right, but that all that is gonna be rooted out. All right, I believe I can't remember the chapter in Matthew that talked about the seeds. All right, I think it's Matthew chapter 20, 21. I may be wrong. All right, but talks about how you got the seeds and the thorns and then the rocks and then in good soil. All right, when Jacob's trouble. All right, when food, no food, we gonna see who really got faith in Yahweh by Shemi Al Shai, man, and been putting in that work. All right, but this is just a final part to Babylon the Great. It's hail that's coming, specifically going into these nuclear weaponry. All right, and this is Malachi chapter 4 and verse 1. Verse 1, it says the final admonition, right? For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven. Why is it talking about an oven being burned? Because the planet Earth will heat up, specifically the United States of America, which is Babylon the Great, all right? Spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, right? And all the proud, yeah, and all that do wickedly, so that's starting with you Edomites, you heathen, you two-thirds, all right, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh, and guess what? Obadiah 1:18 calls you fucking Edomite stubble, man. And the day that cometh shall burn them up. And them nukes, you gonna get burnt up by them thermonuclear weaponry, man. All right, and that's if you survive the hell that's coming. All right, the starvation that's coming. All right, you're gonna be a fucking cannibal or some shit, man. And then your grand finale is gonna be these nukes. It saith Yahweh of hosts that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. So you're gonna be obliterated, man. Your body is gonna be a grand sacrifice, man, if you're in Babylon the Great. All right. Verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings. All right, and that's Yahweh Shai coming on his chariot, which is going to be resembling a mountain in its sheer size. All right, and he's going to send Elohim, all right, to gather the elect. And that's the only people who are going to sincerely fear Yahweh by Shemi Shai, man. All right, and even when these heathens are getting fucked up, all right, and these dudes and women that know they're Israelites, they're not going to even have fear of Yahweh by Shemi Shai, man. It talks about them blaspheming the name, all right, so that means they know the name, man. I'm gonna get that after I read this. All right, speaking of that, all right, I'm going to reread verse 2. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, Yahweh Shai, who the world inly calls Jesus Christ. All right. And ye shall go forth and grow up as cows of the stall. Cows of the stall. And that just goes into the immortality that's coming to us. All right. Because once Yahweh Shai comes, that second covenant is going to kick in. All right. We're not under the second covenant right now. If we were under the second covenant right now, you would not hear brothers pushing this truth. Why? The second covenant, we're going to be the truth. All right. We're going to have the law, statutes, commandments written in our bodies, man. We're going to be like Yahweh Shai, man. All right. Let's get that point where it talks about them blaspheming the name Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. Which that just goes into these two-thirds, man, and these people that know they're Israelites, and of course, the brothers that's out here, the elect, all right, are gonna be, spreading the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. How'd it go, man? I know it has. What is it? Gnashing. Let's type that in, man. It has something like that in there. Let's see. Weeping. Let me see. I forgot how it goes, but I know I'm gonna find it. Lord's willing. I don't want to rot his all right. Give me a moment. Uh, all right. I didn't know how to spell blasphemy. I think this it right here. Nope. Blaspheme. All right. Let's see. Let's see if this is right here. Give me a moment, man. I'm gonna find this, man. I don't want to rot this off. Where it talks about you heathens, man. All right, let's go to the book of Revelation, chapter 14. Scroll down a little bit. Verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, all right, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, which is just them nukes, man. All right, in the presence of the holy angels, and the presence of the Lamb, and the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever. Now it's not literally talking about all right eternity, just a long time, all right, because Sodom and Gomorrah, all right, is not burning forever and ever. All right, nowhere on the planet Earth you see, all right, a city burning forever. It's just going into a long time, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast in his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. All right. So let's go to Revelation chapter 20, man. So anybody, even if you're Israelite, all right, even if you know you're Israelite, you take that RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, man, the MOT to the B, man. All right, you gonna catch hell, man. You are going to catch hell, man. This is Revelations 20 and 8, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are on the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle. The numbers of whom is at the sand of the sea. So Russia, all right, is gonna be clicked up with these other nations to go against Esau, Edom, and these small hatters, all right. And they went, and anyone else who's joined unto them, and they went up on the breadth of the earth, and compasses the camp of the saints about in the beloved city. And fire came down from Yahweh by Shem Shai from heaven and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone. All right, and that's them nukes, man. All right, Babylon the Great. All right, the land of Israel will be obliterated, man. All right, when the beast and his false prophets are and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever, man. And that's what Esau Edom gets for the wickedness that he's done on the planet Earth. All right, and this was set up from the beginning, man. This wasn't no accident. All right, this wasn't no accident. All right, and this the scripture. This is call Halayim La Yahweh Shem Shah. This is the scripture that I wanted right here. This is exactly what I was referring to. All right, Revelation 16 and 9. And men were scorched with great heat and blasphemed the name of Yahweh, which had power over these plagues, and they repented not to give him glory, man. All right. So even when these wicked ass niggas, all right, because this is just talking about the name of Yahweh Shem Shai, man. This is not talking about Jehovah or literally God, God, because that's not a name. It's not saying Jesus Christ, man. That's not blasphemy because that's not the name. The name is Yahweh Shem Shai. So this is people that know the name Yahweh Shem Shai that's gonna blaspheme you, man. So that proves right then and there that Israelites right now, even possibly could be me, man, or anybody listening, that if you bug out, man, you gonna blaspheme the name Yahweh Shem Shai, and when these plagues come upon the planet Earth, and it's gonna be brutal, man. The only people that's gonna be able to escape these plagues is the elect, man. And of course you're gonna have these elites in their bunkers, um, escaping it as well, all right? And the rest of these heathens that just survive it to just be slaves. But the only people that's gonna be comforted, all right, through the spirit, all right, specify, all right, on the right hand side will be the elect. This is Isaiah 34 from the top. All right. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. All right. So what is this going into, man? All right. This is going into this judgment that's coming on the planet Earth. All right. Because the gospel is already being spread. All right. So guess what? After the once Yahweh Shem Shai close the mouths of the prophet, it's gonna be no more hearing. It's gonna be no more talking, man. It's just gonna be slaughter. Let's verse 2. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. And that just goes into this World War III that's coming about, man. The slain all shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of the carcasses, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood. All right, so verse 4, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, these nukes. All right, so not everybody is going to get nuked. All right, you don't have people dying just from getting shot. You saw robots killing them. All right, regular missiles. All right, because if you get hit with a nuke, you're pretty much done for. Your blood's not going to be soaked anywhere. It's going to be smoke. All right, and all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll. And it just goes to a nuclear bomb going off. And all their hosts shall fall down, and as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as the falling fig from the fig tree. All right, for my sword shall be bathed in heaven. All right, and the sword just means a weapon. And ironically, all right, Yahweh Shem Shah made sure it had these nukes look like swords, all right, and arrows. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven, all right. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea, which is Edom. So these nukes is hot and ready specifically for you Edomites, all right. And everybody joining to you, all right. And you, anybody who's wicked, upon the people of my curse to judgment, all right. The sword of Yahweh is filled with blood; it is made fat with fatness. So this is a offering. This is a sacrifice, all right. With the blood of lambs and goats, all right. Like I said, a sacrifice, all right, with the fat of the kidneys of rams, for Yahweh hath a sacrifice in Bozrah. So these Edomites, these so-called white man, woman, and child, all right, um, a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Verse 8, for it is the day of Yahweh's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. Yeah, because you had these Edomites pretending to be us, all right, while they're oppressing us and treating us like nobodies, all right, because they know we're the children of Israel, man, and we're superior than anything on this planet Earth, or pretty much in anywhere, anywhere. Period. All right, and there's nothing above the Israelites, man. All right, but Yahweh Himself, all right, because Yahweh Shai is an Israelite, man. We're above the Elohim, man. Left, right, Satan, whatever, man. We're above all of them. All right. Hit up Second Esdras, man. Going to these swords being bathed in the heavens, man. Go to the book of Second Esdras. Actually, before I hit second Ezra's, man, I just remembered something else, man. You had the first death, which was the flood, all right, and then Yahweh made the covenant of the rainbow to symbolize for the whole earth. Like I seen the brothers bringing out that you had these fucking bug out Christians with Christianity, all right, saying that that covenant with the covenant that Yahweh made with the earth with everything that's living with the rainbow because of the flood applies to the grafting in of the Gentiles, man. Pure bullshit, man. All right, they don't. That's what um they can't truly forward their agenda like they want to. Once the Israelites came on the scene, man, because we're overwhelming them with the truth. All right, we go the Israelites. All right, the hopeful elect. We go through the Old Testament and prove the truth. We can go to the Apocrypha and prove the truth. We can go to the New Testament and prove the truth, man. We're the Israelites that had the Holy Spirit, the Kakadash on them, man. We can pick any part of the scriptures and just use that part and prove pretty much the whole entire gospel, man. That's how powerful the Rakakadash is, man. We can just hypothetically just use the Old Testament and prove the second covenant, Yahweh Shai, the truth is only for the Israelites. We can use only the Apocrypha and do that. We can use only the New Testament and do that. All right. And then when you use the whole book, I mean, just one of them, right? Just one, like the Old Testament is overwhelmingly true by itself. And then you add in the Apocrypha in the New Testament. That's why they trying to step up their game, man. But it's impossible to work, man. It's impossible because the Yahweh Bashim Al Shai is more powerful than anything in existence, man. You know why? Because Yahweh Bashim Al Shai created um existence, man. I think it was in the book of Matthew, man. The book of Matthew. But let's just get Revelations 20 and 14 first. All right. And this Revelation 20 and 14 proves that there's no such thing as a pit of fire called hell that burns forever and you're in there literally forever burning forever, man. You know that goes back to the Catholics, man. They created these Edomites, all right, that forwarded the Catholics, whatever it's called, Catholic, whatever that bullshit is, man. All right, the proper way to universally say Catholic. Um, in order to like scare people to make pay their tithes to the church, all right, to pimp them out. Basically, they came with the hell doctrine, man. That's where it started. They said, oh yeah, if you don't do what the scriptures say that we said it says, yeah, you just gonna burn forever, man. And that doesn't make any fucking sense, man. That makes no fucking sense. You don't like it doesn't make no sense, man. You don't believe or you never hear the scriptures, and now you up. Oh, yep, you're burning forever. Oh, yep, you're gonna be in fire forever. That is like that makes you how about Shimmy Shai look wicked, man. Let's prove that first. Let me read this verse. Revelations 20 and 14. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. All right. And death and hell, all right, was cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. So death and hell is a part of the second death. That means death and hell is gone, man. All right. So what is hell being cast into fucking hell? All right. But I got a whole. I may do another video about debunking this hell doctrine shit, man. I already got a video on that, but if the spirit on me, I'll do another one. All right. Um, well, so I completely lost my train of thought, man. Oh yeah. How about Shimmy Al Shai? Proving that How about Shimmy Al Shai will not. All right. um, is will not have somebody in torment for eternity, man. It makes no sense. It literally makes zero sense, man. Proverbs 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to Yahweh, but a just weight is his delight. So you not repenting, all right, and up, yep, you didn't repent for 10 years of your life. Up now you're burning for eternity. It's a fear tactic that these Edomites use to forward their agenda, man, to make money, man. What did it say? The love of money, not money. The love of money is the root of all evil, man. That's pure wickedness. All right. Now let me see if I can find this scripture about the first death. All right. In the book of Matthew, I believe, which is the flood. So water, and the second death is what? Fire. Let me type in flood, man. Let me see if I can find flood. I believe it's in the book of Matthew, man. I believe so. Let me see. Matthew 24. All right. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Lord's will come to me. All right. Now let's go back to Second Esdras. All right. Second Esdras chapter 16, man. All right. Second Esdras chapter 16 and 7. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. So imagine you got a 6'4", 230-pound man. All right. He got a bow and arrow almost the length of his body. Real oak wood, whatever the string. All right, real nice string, nice arrows. And he got like the tensile strength of the bow is about 100 pounds or something. He fling that thing. What's gonna stop that arrow from returning, man? All right, that's what this is going into. The mighty Lord Yahweh Shem Shai sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? All right, a fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? All right. Verse 12. The earth quaketh, and the foundation thereof. And no, there's no fucking pillars under the earth. All right. The scriptures clearly says that the earth hangeth upon nothing. All right. And the foundation thereof, the sea ariseth up with waves from the deep, and the waves of it are troubled, and the fishes thereof also. Because guess what? When these nukes go off, the water will be radiated, man. I was just watching this movie, man. What was it called? The Ravagers, man. Go check it out. Called The Ravagers. Um, it was a nuclear attack, and it killed off everything. Nothing grew no more, man. And the water, all the fish and stuff in the sea died, man, because of the radiation. Verse 13, verse 12. Before Yahweh and before the glory of his power. Right? And 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow, and his arrows that he shooteth are sharp and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the earth. Now, what is what is this going into, man? Is this talking about a regular human, a Elohim shooting a bow and arrow? No, man. This is talking about all these nations, specifically Russia, all right, that's gonna be launching their nukes. And nukes look like what? Bow and arrows, swords, man. All right? And they won't miss because Yahweh Shem Shai will be in those missiles, man. He's gonna be in those missiles, God in them missiles, man. To be 100% accuracy on Babylon and Great, man. Anywhere else he wants them to land. Behold, verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon the earth. All right. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundation of the earth. All right. Like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not backward, even as the plagues that shall be sent upon the earth shall not return again, man. All right. So the is gonna be a wrap, man. It's gonna be back to back to back to back to back, man. It's not gonna be no way out of this, man. Unless you're the elect or you're being saved for slavery, man. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 10 and verse 6. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath I will give him charge to take the spoil and to take a prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. All right. And that just goes into these Edomites, man. All right, they're the modern day Assyrians. All right, they are a hypocritical nation, man. You got critical race theory, so on and so forth, man. That's hypocritical, man. They send in Ukraine. How much they send in Ukraine, man? I forgot. It was in the billions or the trillions, or I think it was in the billions. They're sending aid to Ukraine, man. All right, but you got here over here, the so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native American ain't getting no fucking billions, no trillion. You're supposed to get them really trillions, but we don't want your fucking money, man. We want your women, man. We want you, man. We want all the shit you got, man, because it's ours, man. We want your head on the stick, man. We want to dance in your blood, man. And we are, man. All right. Job 20 and 24. He shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. All right. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. All right, and that's them silos, man. That's that body, that those silos. All right. Yeah, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him, and a gall is just representing I think that's where they hold the arrows. I think for bow and arrows. Let me look it up. Let me spell out gall. I think that's what it is, or it's a quiver. I think it's a quiver. All right. Let me type in quiver. I think that's a quiver is where they hold the arrows. Yeah. I think so. Yep. So what is a gall, man? Let's go to the Strongs real quick and check out this gall right here, man. Oh, a bitter thing, all right. Oh, like a gallbladder, all right. Yeah. That just came to my mind when I seen that. All right. Um, yeah, man. And that's what's gonna happen. That bow of steel is gonna be these nuclear missiles, man, and these other missiles. All right. That's that bow of steel. That's that iron weapon that's gonna come after you fucking Edomites, man. All right. And it's talking about you fucking Edomites, man. You're the fucking wicked, man. Yahweh Shemi Shah is not with you, man. He was never with you. That manifest destiny shit, man. Nah, man. That was set up for your downfall, man. They didn't read like one of the elders, man, the Chicago. They didn't read the fine lines, man. They didn't read the little bottom part, man. All right. Isaiah chapter 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Because back in those days, all right, the, even the brothers that had spiritual power like King David, all right, they was just in the middle of the battlefield going to town. They might have an armor, an iron sword, a bow and arrow, a staff, right? But they didn't have guns that were propelled by fire. They didn't have missiles propelled by fire. All right? It was just straight on combat, hand to hand combat, sword on sword. What is it? Kenjutsu, whatever, right? All right, I'm gonna reread it. For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. So that's how pretty much humans have fought for the vast majority of humanity, right? But this, all right, shall be with burning and fuel of fire. All right. So this final War 3 is gonna be what? That's how you know these scriptures are undefeated, man. They say the Bible is a fucking fairy tale. Hell nah, man. This is straight, undeniable, pure, unfiltered facts, man. Burning and fuel of fire, man. How the hell? Come on, man. It's right in your face, man. It's right in your face. This is Proverbs chapter 21. The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whatsoever he will, man. All right. So guess what? It's in the mindset of Yahweh Hashem Shai. All right, to manipulate these kings to do his will, to launch nukes on Babylon the Great. All right. Yahweh Hashem Shai got Russia, got Putin putting in work, man. He got Putin and them putting in work right now, man. And all these other nations. Putin, what was it? Russia, China, and Turkey made some type of what is it? What is it called? A new global, what is it called? A new global currency, or whatever the position the US dollar had. I forgot the exact way you phrase it. I think it's called global reserve currency. I think that's it. China, Russia, and Turkey made a new global reserve currency, and I believe it's digital, man. All right, that's, I mean, it's game over, man. I got another lesson coming, Lord's will, that goes into that that new executive order. All right, that's ushering in that MOTP on a faster level. All right, it's gonna speed up, man. It's speeding up. Psalms 119 and 126. It is time for thee, Yahweh, to work, for they have made void the law. Therefore, I love thy commandments above gold, yeah, above fine gold. All right. Therefore, I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. All right. PE. All right. Thy testimonies are wonderful. Therefore, doth my soul keep them, man. All right. And that's what Adawan Ratazam I'm trying to do, man, to the best of my abilities. And all the other brothers, sincere brothers and sisters, all right, that's a part of this body, man. This is Matthew 6 and 30. Wherefore, if Yahweh so clothe the grass of the field, which today is and tomorrow to cast into the oven, all right, shall not much more clothe thee, O ye little of faith, man. So you gotta have faith in Yahweh, man. And like, I'm pretty sure, like me personally, I go through little moments. I know Yahweh Shem Shah is testing my faith, man. So I know other brothers and sisters in this walk is going through the same thing, man. All right, and we're gonna have to have like the greatest faith ever, man. We're gonna have to have more faith than our forefathers, man. We're gonna have to have more faith than our forefathers, man. Why are we gonna have to have more faith in our forefathers in their walks in the past? Because this time is gonna be like a time like never before, man. All right, King David wasn't dealing with Terminators, man, and newly created creatures and all this high technology, man. All right, he wasn't dealing with that, man. We gonna have to deal with that and things I can't even comprehend right now. All right, Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith and bloweth the coals in the fire. All right, I'm gonna reread that again. Isaiah 54 and 16. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work. And I have created the waster to destroy, man. What is that? What is that Edomite, man? I have become the destroyer, or something like that. The waster of worlds. Well, let me look it up real quick. I think it's like his name, like Oppenheimer or something. I have became death, destroyer of worlds. The story of Oppenheimer's, or so I had it right partially. All right, the story of Oppenheimer's infamous quote, as he witnessed the first detonation of a nuclear weapon on July 16, 1945. So just roughly after World War II ended. A piece of Hindu scripture ran through the mind of Robert Oppenheimer. Now I became death, the destroyer of worlds. All right. So Yahweh Shem Shah created these Edomites to become death, the destroyer of worlds with these nuclear missiles. And guess what? They're going to be used against them to destroy their fucking world, man. Verse 17: No weapon that is formed against these shall prosper. So these nukes not going to work against the elect, man. And every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is thy heritage of the servants of Yahweh, and their righteousness of me, saith Yahweh, man. So ain't nobody, when the elect get charged up, man, it's not gonna be no bucking up, man. I mean, they gonna buck up. You know, Esau gonna come with his stuff, with his robots, because Esau, these small hatters, not gonna go up. It's like go face to face with the elect. They gonna be in their bunkers, all right, enjoying that last piece of heaven, their kingdom, to the very end. All right, they gonna send their lackeys and their robots, so on and so forth, man. Finna close out soon, man. Revelation chapter 6 and 16. And said to the mountains and rocks, fall on us and hide us from the face of him that sitteth on the throne and from the wrath of the Lamb. For the great day of his wrath is come, and who shall be able to stand, man? So, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. Verse 13, Revelation 6 and 13. And the stars of heaven fell into the earth, even as a fig tree casteth her untimely figs. You see how the scriptures repeat itself all over? When she is shaken of a mighty wind, and the heaven departeth as a scroll when it is rolled together, and every mountain and island will move out of its place. So mountains are literally going to be crumbling, man. The Himalayan mountains might crumble. Islands, all right, the Caribbeans, all right, Australia, right? What else? New Guinea, they might just move 50 miles north, man. All right, this is what this is going into. We'll move out of their place. And what do we know right now? What do we know can do this? These nuclear missiles, man. That's the only thing that can do this, man. All right, and that's what this is going into. Verse 15, and the kings of the earth, and the great men, and the rich men, and the chief captains, and the mighty men, and every bondman, and every free man hid themselves in dens in the rocks of the mountains, man. They got that's that bunkers, man. That's them bunkers, and then people just straight up just literally just going into mountains. All right, you gonna have the elites and people that just get lucky that go into bunkers. All right, then you just gonna have people just freelancing going into some caves, man. All right, because they just gonna be terrified, man. Go watch that movie, The Ravagers, man. Go watch that movie, The Ravagers. All right. And I be watching these post-apocalyptic movies, man, just because I can, somewhat visualize what's coming. But I just like looking at sinister things, man. All right, that's just me though. I like looking at um destruction of this society, man. All right, which is not a sinister thing, man. It's really a righteous thing because this society is fucking sinister, but to the world, people think I got a problem or something. All right. Revelation chapter 17 and 16. But one thing I will add, man, is these movies, these apocalyptic movies, yes, it's going to be apocalyptic in Babylon the Great. But after these nukes come, it's going to be a desert. It's going to be a wasteland over here. First, it's just going to be melted rock and shit. And once it cool down, it's going to be a desert. But all over the world will be looking post-apocalyptic where there's no food growing and, all the fish and stuff are dead in the water. All right. Revelation 17 and 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast. I don't want to do a breakdown on that. These shall hate the whore, Babylon the Great, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So the UN, the EU, all right, is literally, all right, okay, literally going to turn on Babylon the Great, and we see it happening now, man. They going, man, they going to unleash they nukes, man. All right. And this what? You see how these scriptures repeat itself? Verse 17, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of Yahweh shall be fulfilled. All right? In verse 18, which proves this is Babylon the Great, further proof, and a woman which thou sawest in that great city which reigned over the kings of the earth. And only the United States of America currently reigns over the kings of the earth, and now the kings of the earth are turning on them, man. And before I end this off, man, I think it's in the book of Proverbs, man, or the book of Kings. Yeah, the book of Proverbs, chapter 25, verse 3. The heaven for height and the earth for depth, and the heart of kings is unsearchable. All right. Guess what? Guess who can search those hearts, man? Yahweh Shemi Shai, man. These Elohim, man. All right. Go back to verse 17 and end off about around the fourth, fifth verse. Let me see. All right. Verse 5. I'm going to end this off right here, man. And upon the forehead was a name written, Mystery Babylon the Great, the mother of harlots and abominations of the earth. And guess what? You got the alphabet people, all right? That's a fucking abomination. Man, I just seen a post about the country Qatar. I think Qatar. Don't know how to pronounce it. They're a what is it? They're Islamic country, and they said if you wave the the alphabet people flag, you'll get 11 years in prison, man. They ain't playing that shit, man. All right, that's a fucking abomination, man. All right, I'm gonna end it off right there. Shalom.